days. I'm letting God handle all things above me. The things I can't change are the reason you love me. Listen, you can hear them calling my name. I'm all over the place, I can't sit in one place. I'm not ashamed at all. Still finding myself, let alone a soulmate, I'm just saying. Feel like we one and the same, our relationship changed. That or it never existed. Whenever they say something about us, you listen. But fuck what they talking about on your timeline. That's cutting all into my time with you. Fuck what they talking about on your timeline. That's cutting all into my time with you. My time with you, my. Black mirrors. Says you're my everything. I love you through everything. I done did everything to her. She forgave me for everything. This a forever thing. Hate that I treat it like it's a whatever thing. Trust me, girl, this shit is everything to me. She from the jungle. She from the jungle. I take somebody else's car. Drive it undercover. This shit is everything to me. This shit is everything. Don't know where we stand. I used to hit you about everything. Oh, we still good. Oh, we still good. Oh, we still good. Oh, we still good. If I need to talk, are you around? Are you down for the cause? Are you down? Are you down? Are you down? Are you down for the cause? Are you down? Are you down? Are you down? Are you down for the cause? You still down? You still down? You still down? Yeah. Girls that got me nervous. They go to school and do bottle service. They can't decide, they keep switching majors. Being indecisive makes me anxious. Call your number and it's out of service. Can I call for your information? What am I supposed to do after we done everything that we done? Who is your replacement? Are we still good? Are we still good? Are we still good? Are we still good?
I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me, still with the dogs that I grew beside, all the niggas round me, high and they die, gotta watch the time cause it's flying right by, I'm shorty off a Finsta. Just threw on a hoodie, it's a Crenshaw. Way that I've been living unconventional. I'm just trying to make it to the end, you know. Certain things have started getting pissed off. Think we need to have a sun adventure. I could be a man, but maybe down the road. Right now I would rather see my heart turn to chrome. Rather see my heart turn crystal. I can't even front like I don't miss you. Right now I'm just stuck inside a crib on my own. Soon as I free up, I'm about to pop up on your phone. Like I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, PT. Two-turn, baby girl, you know me. Who am I? All the niggas round me, right. Gotta watch your time, cause it's flying right by. Two-turn, baby girl, you know me.
I'm outside in an
right outside, PT. Two-turn, baby girl, you know me. All the niggas round me, right. Gotta watch your time, cause it's flying right by. Two-turn, baby girl, you know me. Yeah.
Last name ever, first name greatest. Like a sprained ankle, boy, ain't nothing to play with. Started off local, but thanks to all the haters, I know G4 pilots on a first name basis. In your city, faded off the brown. Nino, she insists she got more class. We know, swimming in the money, come and find me. Nemo, if I was at the club, you know I balled. Chemo, dropped a mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Who'da thought a countrywide tour be the outcome? Labels want my name beside an X like Malcolm. Everybody got a deal, I did it without one. Yeah, nigga, I'm about my business. Killing all these rappers, you would swear I had a hit list. Everyone who doubted me is asking for forgiveness. If you ain't been a part of it, at least you got to witness.
Hello, it's the Martian, Space Jam Jordans. I want this shit forever. Wake up and smell the garden, fresher than the harvest. Step up to the target. If I had one guess, then I guess I'm just New Orleans. And I would never stop, like I'm running from the cops. Hopped up in my car and told my chauffeur to the top. Life is such a fucking roller coaster, then it drops. But what should I scream for? This is my theme park. My mind shine even when my thoughts seem dark. Pistol on my side, you don't wanna hear that thing talk. Let the king talk, check the price and pay attention. Lil Wayne, that's what they gotta say or mention. I'm like Nevada in the middle of the summer. I'm resting in the lead, I need a pillow and a cover. Shh, my foot sleeping on the gas. No brake pads, no such thing as last.
What's up, everyone? Let me know if you can hear me, please. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me delete this thing right here, first of all. All right, welcome. Let me know. Yes, you can hear me. Great, perfect. So let me fix a couple things before actually starting everything. You should see my screen. Do you also hear the music in the background? Let me know. Let me know. Please drop playlist. Show up every day to the live. And you hear it every day. Amazing. Perfect. Welcome everyone. Just setting up last couple things. I've been traveling last week to Italy. That's why my setup was different. Everything was different. But now we're back. I'm back here, back in my studio, back in my office, back at home basically. This is my house. So getting ready because today is gonna be an interesting day, especially during New York session. Because if you know me, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I don't trade London session Monday morning. Monday morning is not for trading for me. Now for other people maybe it might be. For me it's really not. There are many reasons because of this, but I've been just backtesting a lot. I've seen what works best for me, and it's not gambling in the morning. So on Monday, because the market I just saw that there is no way of actually entering on Monday morning. Now, there is another person who is an Excel coach, and he's Stefano. We are the two people that actually trade and share the trades in the Excel Signal channel. And he has a different plan than me, and he actually trades Monday morning, and he just hit take profit on the Signal channel. Let me pull it up. Let me put it up real quick. Take profit just hit. It's not a trade that I took, but it's a trade that we sent to the Excel Signal members. And, that's it. Because Stefano is actually trading this morning. Stefano has been smashing the market, literally. Let me actually share it with you. I don't know why. Let me share it with you in a second. All right. Stay ready because we have a 1-to-3 restore ratio just booked. Here we have it. So Stefano, he just texted me right here. This is the Signal channel. He's trading on Monday morning. He bought GR30. It was crazy move, crazy trade. Very quick trade. He stays on the 1 minute. He takes the entry. He saw the confirmation right here. Plus 3% in 5 minutes. This is what we do. Plus 3% in 5 minutes. This was the trade right here. Overall, we didn't. Let me break it down for you because we trade very similar, almost the same. It just has some more aggressive entries sometimes. And if you had a late entry, is the nature of the market because we have entries on the 1 minute. And you're either ready to go when we send a trade, or you can be late. We are also offering an Excel Signal automatic copier where all of the trades that we send are automatically copied on your account with the risk that you decide. So if you decide 0.5% risk per trade, it will be 0.5% risk per trade. So consider the automatic copier because we've been smashing the market. We are up, I believe, around 35%, around 40% since the beginning of the year. I'll have to pull it up. I'll have to pull up the stats. But anyway, you can see that this is a great trade. So first of all, congrats to Stefano, because he's a great trader. He's been doing great. And I'm the other one that sends the signals, you know, on the channel. Like during last live tradings, I was the one. Let me go here. Here, these were my trades. And I have no problem in going in the signal channel and showing you everything, because there's nothing to hide. I just showed everything. You can go back here in this video and you see everything that we share. We had a couple break evens last week, some nice trades the week before. So I believe we had a 5% week 2 weeks ago. Then we had plus 1%, I believe, last week. And this week we started with a plus 3% today. So, yeah. Yep. And yeah, if you want the automatic copier, make sure to contact. I'll send a message right now in the signal channel, and then after it, I will actually go over this trade. Let's go. Perfect. So let me first send a message in the signal channel on how to get access to the automatic copier, because I believe that a lot of people, you know, struggle to catch the signal on the 1 minute, but it's just the nature of the market. We look for higher time frames, then we go on the 1 minute. We have the option on the, we have the entry on the 1 minute, and that's just normal. Getting funded with you guys and then getting auto signals, that's a great option as well. Let me send the message first on the signal channel and then we continue. We'll release 10 spots, I would say. 10 spots for, because we need to follow one-on-one every single person that signs up and guide them through the process. We don't want to accept, you know, 50 people and then go crazy. My team will just go crazy. So we'll accept only 10 people for now, and then maybe in the future some more. Perfect. Perfect. And then after this, stay ready, because I'll go over this trade and I'll go over the trades that we can have during New York session. Stay ready. Give me a second. All right. So great job to Stefano. He's a great trader. He's been smashing the market. He was the one that actually told me, hey bro, you know what? You should take a look at the volumes, because you know he used almost the same strategy of the XL strategy. He actually used the XL strategy, let's say, looks for the same things that we want to look for, but then he was telling me, you know, look at the volumes. Look at how the volumes play a big role when looking for confirmation. And I backtested it for some months. And after backtesting it, it was just, I saw that it was great confluence, and that's why I started using it. So let's go over this trade first of all. So we can say that overall, oh, this is amazing. Perfect. Oh, we had some nice examples from last week right here. So we can say that overall, we're going to the upside right here. There's no clear structure to either consider that we're bullish or bearish. We don't really care about higher time frames at this point. We're really focusing on lower time frames, quick moves. And at this point, we just had, you know, a bullish, strong momentum from last Friday, and then a consolidation on Asian range. Asian range is not trending to the upside, is not trending to the downside, it's just ranging. So that's perfect. That's what we like when we want to trade the manipulation and reversal. In other cases, if it is trending together with some confluences, we can look for continuations. But in this case, yeah, we go to the downside and then we break to the upside. Let's go on lower time frames. Let's go on the 3 minutes. Perfect. We can see that the supply that manipulates the Asian range, so the Asian range gets manipulated right here. Here we don't touch it, of course. Here it doesn't touch. We retrace, then we break it. The supply that manipulates the Asian range is this one. At this point, we manipulate. Here, I wouldn't look for 1 minute confirmations, to be honest. I wouldn't look for this confirmation, to be honest. But at this point, once we break this supply, that's good for me. That's good, and I will start getting interested. At that point, I believe that we were just patient overall. We were just patient, and we went to the upside. We retraced to the downside, and it was a clear demand area which was being reached. This is the last. Let's go to the 3 minutes. Overall, we can take the last down candles. You know, even this one. I'm not really so focused on, you know, selecting perfectly the candle, but it's more about how the lower time frames are moving. So right here, I could have taken, you know, the last 2 candles to the downside that were also in confluence with these fair value gap or imbalance, whatever you want to call it. And at that point, we start reaching this area. We have the first touch, which gets manipulated, and also there is no clear structure right here in order to actually, you know, try to get involved. After that, after we reach the area, we actually reached around the 50% of the area. What do we have? We have a break and break. Right? Also, if we want more confluence, we have this supply, which was the supply that broke this structure, which was broken, even by a small wick, but it was still broken to the upside. At that point, we're looking for entries, right? We're looking for entries, but we had more options. We had this lower option. Then we had this hidden demand right here. We have hidden demand in this week. At that point, it's all a matter of good confirmation. We took a really, let's not risky, but aggressive entry. We took a really aggressive entry after we had, again, this break and break again. Hidden demand, there is a question of hidden demand. First, let me finish this. And after that, we took the entry. We took the entry, and this was the entry with stop loss just below it. Stop loss was right here. Again, I showed right here. Here we have the automatic copier, just in case anyone. And wait, let me show. Here, perfect. Yeah, that's where we had the stop loss, and so on. So stop loss was around right here. Entry, stop loss, take profit. Targeting 1 to 3. So, of course, could have been better, could have been way more, but it's a good way to start. You know, Monday morning 1 to 3. I usually don't trade Monday morning, and I will not, of course, change my rules because of this. But Stefano is trading, so the members can still have some trades in case we take it. I personally don't trade. That's just my plan. That's how I've been trading for years. So I will not change it. I will just stay off charts Monday morning. Not stay off charts, but not take trades Monday morning. And I will use Monday morning in order to get ready for New York. But Stefano, his plan is different. He was actually on charts. He was looking for trades. He told the members that he was looking for a trade, and he took it. And that's it. That's it. So here was a very aggressive entry because I'm just checking the chat. But anyway, very aggressive entry, as this was an aggressive confirmation, but with the right confluences. And also let me see about the volumes. Nice one overall. Nice one overall. This is great. This is great. So also, the most important thing about this analysis overall, and the reason why we took a bullish continuation targeting this external liquidity, why is it? This is super important. Let's drop a comment in the chat. Why do you think? What is the most important? I'll start the sentence and you need to finish it. I'll drop the beginning of the phrase and you have to finish it. So we manipulate the Asian range to the downside, then we go to the upside, we have a bullish continuation, and we are looking for an entry here. Which one is the key aspect that actually allowed us to take a bullish continuation and not look for a reversal in order to continue to the downside? There's a key thing, and it is correlated to liquidity, that actually, made us decide, yes, we will trade the continuation. And in other cases, I would never trade the continuation. Why? Why do you think? Write in the chat. Write in the chat. I'm waiting for the chat. Write in the chat why you think we looked for a continuation. Asian liquidity. Yes, you're getting close. You're getting close. It's correlated with Asian liquidity. Yes. It's correlated with Asian liquidity. Fake change of Carter, not really in this case. Most of the times, fake change of Carter, it is correlated. In this case, no. Liquidity is swept. Yes, liquidity was swept to the downside. But other than that, there is another key aspect that allowed us to take a continuation trading instead of looking for sells. Why do we trade GER30? Stefano trades GER30. I trade GER30 as well, together with all of these other pairs. And I just take trades where I see the opportunity. So I get on the charts in the morning. I look at them, and if there is an opportunity, I take it. So it's not about GER30. It's about where the market is giving opportunities. Like, I don't decide. The market decides. So I go over, USD, GBP, Euro GBP, NZD-CAD, GER30. And the one that gives me the opportunity, I take it. That's the whole point. Strong low. I mean, there is a strong low, but that's not really the point. So, the reason why I looked for continuation is because we didn't grab Asian range high liquidity yet. So the high of the Asian range was not grabbed yet, and I believe that we were aiming to actually go for it because overall we were bullish. We went to the downside, we manipulated Asian range to the downside, then we had a bullish continuation, we had a bullish confirmation that we were actually going to the upside. We had bullish continuation, and then in that case, after confirmation, double confirmation on the lower time frames, both here and here, if you remember double confirmation, we targeted Asian range high. Now, if in a different case we would have manipulated to the downside, had this continuation, and then instead of stopping here, we would have already swept the liquidity of the high, I wouldn't have looked for these buys, I wouldn't have looked for these buys continuations. But instead we stopped right here, and since we stopped right there and we're still inside the Asian range, and I believe that overall, according to my bias, we were actually bullish overall, we manipulated to the downside and we still didn't grab the liquidity of the high of the Asian range, then in this case I can actually look for continuations. So it was a really good trade. First of all, great trade, Stefano, and that's it. So overall is this. Now let me tell you what I'm looking for during New York session. Who's ready? Who's ready for my projection for New York session today? Why did you not target the high as take profit could have got more restored ratio? Yes, of course, overall the correct target was the Asian range high. But as I said already, also Stefano agrees with me that usually on Monday morning it's a little bit better to stay safe. So our 1 to 3 is our minimum restored ratio, and we decided to just close at 1 to 3. Perfect. Write in the chat if you're ready. If you want to know my projection for New York session. If you want to know what I'm looking for New York session, drop a comment, drop a like, and stay ready. In the meantime, I'll get back to one of my members who just texted me. It's really important. Are you ready for New York? 100% ready. See you guys are ready. So, I'll try to make it a little bit interactive because I don't just want to give you the answers. I will actually give you the answers at the end, but I don't want to give you the answers right away. So first, I'll ask you questions. Perfect. Perfect. So in this case, what would you look for? Let's just start. Oh, wait, there is a question. When will you send the volume strategy to XL members? When? I cover the volume strategy every time we do live trading with the Signal members. When we do private live trading with the XL members, so that it's not, public like this on YouTube, but it's private on Zoom for XL members, I explain the volume strategy every time, basically. And I don't know why you never showed up, but yeah. And also at the same time, maybe I will drop a long video soon. Maybe I'm about to drop a 1-hour video very soon. So what do you think? What would you look for right here? This is the 15-minute chart, Euro USD. For today, New York session. I'll explain right after. I want to get some answers. And after that, after I see some answers, I want to see what your take is. Don't be afraid to be wrong. It's normal to be wrong, but after that I'll give you my answers. Write in the chat, what do you think? Looking for sales, buying from demand. buy. Nice. Now we have a nice answer. Take the midway liquidity of the left. Take the previous high. Bullish for now. Could enter from the low. All right. Yeah. Overall, yeah. So I want to see some more answers, and then I'll give you. Then after, I will not make you wait too much, and I'll actually start answering. Seller. I'm looking for south 50 minutes order block after 1 minute break of structure. I mean, let's look. I'm writing also in my Telegram channel and also on the Discord for members what I'm looking for, and then stay ready.
Coming off the last record, I'm getting 20 million off the record, just to off these records, nigga, that's a record. I'm living like I'm out here on my last adventure, past and present when you have to mention. This is nothing for the radio, but it's still play it though, cause it's that new Drizzy Drake, that's just the way it go. Heavy air play all day, with no chorus, we keep it thorough, nigga. Rap like this for all of my pearl niggas. I reach the point where don't shit matter to me, nigga. I reach the ice that Dwight Howard.
Perfect, it's time. What I'm looking for. So of course we are in a very strong bullish momentum. Of course, on lower time frames we can just see that, you know, we manipulated to the downside, and then after that we just went crazy to the upside. Yes, of course, that's right. Now I will look for strong demand areas that we either target or want to trade from. Now, strong demand areas, in this case, the only strong demand area that I see is this one, because it manipulated and broke structure to the upside. So in this case, this is a very strong demand area according to me, and I will look for trades from here. Now, of course, I don't believe that this will happen today, and tomorrow it will be already too late to actually even consider this demand area, because every day is different. I don't really look from, you know, demand areas from yesterday if I'm looking at lower time frames. So going on at 15 minutes, I'm not gonna consider this supply area. I don't really like it overall. If you ask me why, I don't know. I've just been practicing a lot. I've been trading for 8 years, actually 9 years almost right now, and I just know from which areas I want to trade from, and I know that, you know, most of the times we'll manipulate areas like this. So a lot of traders will enter from this supply area. I will look for a manipulation of this supply. After I see a manipulation of this high, I will look for sells. So during New York session, I hope that we go higher, and after going higher, we actually break this, we manipulate this supply, and then we look for a confirmation and to actually go for sells. This is what I'm looking for in order to grab some internal liquidity. As you know, price goes from internal liquidity to external liquidity. If something different happens, I don't really care. I'll stay off the trade. We only trade what plays out according to our strategy. Now, GBP/USD, I already marked out this supply area from last week. Can be a little bit bigger, as I will take the last up move before the down move. And at the same time, in order to look for trades during New York session, I need to see a manipulation of these highs. I need to see a manipulation of these highs, and then at that point, and only at that point, I will look for sells. Of course, overall, strong bullish momentum. The momentum is really strong at the moment, as we had Asian manipulation overall. We are bullish overall after grabbing internal liquidity. Here, we grab the liquidity of the Asian range. We start going to the upside. Let's go on lower time frames just to check it out. Had a nice manipulation here, and then continuation to the upside. This was great. Now, overall, I will not go against the trend until we actually take liquidity. After we take liquidity, I can go against the trend. That's just how we play it. every single time, every single day. Liquidity first, and after liquidity, we can actually think about getting into trades. Just like right here. This was from last week. Let me show you. Perfect. Asian range, we had liquidity. Which liquidity? This liquidity and this liquidity. Now, in the first case, in the first liquidity, on lower time frames, now I will not explain it right here, we create a fake change of character. Why is it a fake change of character? Now, in this case, I'll just keep it for Excel members, Excel students. Fake change of character right here. Also because of how we grabbed the liquidity, okay? We grabbed it, and this I already shared it in other live trading. We grabbed it twice. So first, we go for it. We come back. We don't create a change of character. We grab it a second time, and also we have a strong demand down here. Now, in this case, I will not consider sales. After we go higher and grab the other liquidity, we grab this liquidity, and of course a lot of traders would look for sales from here, but no, we grab the liquidity. All right, we grab the liquidity of the high, and then we have a confirmation. As you can see, grab liquidity, change of character right here. Pretty clear. If you want to see it more clearly, we go on the 1 minute, and you can just see it. It's very clear, super clear, sells. And where do we move? As we change trend from bullish to bearish, this becomes the external liquidity grabbed, and this becomes the internal liquidity. Internal liquidity is grabbed right here. Why this one? We don't have any other internal liquidity to grab right here, right? No internal liquidity to grab, so this is the internal liquidity to grab. You can already avoid this entry right here and be even more accurate and get it from higher. So from internal to external liquidity, always, every single time, we just went to the downside. Right? So, as I said already, what do we look for on GBP/USD? On GBP/USD, we're looking for this liquidity to be taken right here, and then after that, confirmation. Confirmation. Possibly either a fake change of character followed by a good change of character, or just a good confirmation right away. Make sure to drop a like. Drop a like and make sure to go live every single day. I want to go live every single day this week. This week I want to go live every single day. Perfect. Euro JP didn't really have a chance to either get involved to the upside or to the downside, but as you can see, liquidity is everywhere and we just want to trade with liquidity. We go on the 5 minutes to actually check it out for New York session. I believe New York session can actually give us some interesting stuff to take a look at. On GJ, 1 minute, can we consider change of character? I don't really trade GJ. I mean, do you see GJ right here? I mean, you don't see it because there is my camera, but I don't trade GJ. Okay, perfect. So we have Euro GBP. Euro GBP is not as interesting as JPUSD and Euro USD. Reason why? Because I see a very strong bullish momentum overall, and in order to consider sales, I would just need to go for this external liquidity first. I don't think, I mean, we never know, but I don't think it will happen by today. If it happens by today, great, I'll look for a trade. But yeah. Gold, I'm not interested. Gold, I'm playing it more long term. NZD CAD, perfect. NZD CAD, let me see. Not really liking NZD CAD overall. Perfect. So for now I'm not interested, but I will just look for sells after we break this previous high or this previous high. So there are both options. If this happens, I will look for sells. We need to break and take liquidity of these highs. And then what is next? I will look for external liquidity. So possibly if this happens, because at the end of the day, trading is just about, you know, a reaction. So you see, it's not about predicting, it's about reacting. So you see what happens, and then based on that, you take action. So we don't want to say, you know, we don't want to predict. I'm just saying that, you know, based on what price will do, and if it does this thing, which is the one that I'm looking for according to my strategy, then at that point I will take the trade. I'm not trying to, be a magician and try to predict what it will do. I will just wait for liquidity grab, wait for my fake confirmation or good confirmation, and then play it. So I'm looking for something like this. Wait, actually, let's make it more accurate. Perfect. Going for external. Possibly, let's see, 5 pips below external liquidity. 5 pips right here. This is what I'm looking for. Why 5 pips? Because depending on the pair, every pair has a different type of liquidity grabs. And depending on the pair, it can be a bigger or smaller liquidity grab. Is there any question in the chat? Drop the questions. Today is the day I'm answering questions. Perfect. These are the pairs that I'm trading. I see a lot of questions about USD, CAD, GP, JPY, but I don't really trade it. I will start backtesting GP, JPY. I will start backtesting GP, JPY. But I did it already in the past, but I've seen some new conferences. Also, I met with some students. They were like, your strategy, GP, JPY, take a look at this. And I started backtesting it, and it might be interesting to trade it in the morning, and just in the morning at a specific time. But overall, yeah, it's not really a pair that I trade overall. I will just backtest it and see if I will allow it in the XL club of the pairs that I trade. How to spot a change of Carter? Change of Carter is easy to spot. The only problem is that most of the times we have fake change of Carters, and we need to be able to differentiate between good change of Carters and bad change of Carters. And in order to differentiate from it, you need to study, and I share it only with my students. The fake change of Carter and the volume confirmations are available only for Excel students. Your 30 possible sells. I don't know what. No, not yet. There's nothing that is confirming us that we can go for sells. Nothing. Could have been a great trade with double restored ratio 1-6, but we closed the 1-3. It's great for the people that just joined. We sent this trade to the signal members. It was one quick 1-3 restored ratio in the morning. Monday morning, 1-3 restored ratio right here. And yeah. What are the sources of information that you have other than your YouTube channels, your Insta, Excel Signal members, and the Discord? I have the Investor University and I have Crypto XL. So on Crypto XL we share about cryptos, of course, and the Investor University I share both how to do business online, because I consider myself, other than being a trader, I'm an entrepreneur, and also an investor. So in the Investor University I want to teach everyone how to actually make money from business online, and then how to invest that money in order to actually compound it, because at the end of the day our currencies are devaluating. It's not only about inflation, but it's literally that they're being replaced, and they're being replaced in order to have more control on us. So for this reason, you just need to know how to move. You need to know how to move and what to do. And in order to do it, you either study a lot, but I was lucky enough. It's not really lucky, but let's say lucky. I was lucky enough to meet some enlightened individuals with which I talked a lot, and they shared their education with me about, investments. And with time, even if I'm young in a certain way, I'm 25 years old and I turned 25 10 days ago, the 10th of April. Even if I'm young, I own 7 real estate properties, 1 in Dubai and 6 in Canary Islands. I have, 6 figures crypto portfolio, 6 figures precious metals portfolio. Same for stocks. This is just to say that I know what I'm doing. I haven't really lost money in anything other than a couple businesses investments, but those were risky investments and I knew it. But other than that, I believe the Investor University is of crucial importance in order to just be ready for the future. Not to be ready in a meaning of protecting yourself, but be ready in a meaning of actually making money, becoming free, not only financially, but also, on a location point of view, because you can, if you know how to generate money online, whether it is with trading or with business online or both of them, which is actually the best way, because you should never rely on one source of income, then in that case, you can be wherever you want. And if you can be wherever you want, you actually have real freedom. So this is just a recommendation to at least follow on Instagram, the Investor University, which is, it's crazy. Informations are crazy. No one is talking about the stuff that we're talking about. So yeah, there is no capital gains in Canary Islands. Yes, there is capital gains tax. I am driving, but I still attend the live trading. We never stop. Hopefully one day I can be like you, Edward. Just be the best version of yourself. I'll take a photo of this. Great. I love the dedication. Is great. And to all the people that say, oh, I don't have time to attend. I can't. I'm driving. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Take a look at all the people that are making sacrifices in order to attend. Take a look at all the people that actually maybe can't, but still find a way to attend. So there are no excuses. At the end of the day, if you want something, you go for it and you take it. Otherwise, you just get left behind, and all the people that are actually putting in the work and that want to make it will suppress you, and that's it. Have we got any trade yet? We got GER13, not during the live, before the live. Also, I showed the proof in the Signal channel. I show it again. Right here. I don't know if you see it. Then after GER30, I showed what I'm looking for New York session, because London kill zone is over. And just go back or take a look at this. I'm looking for this liquidity to be taken on EURUSD. Liquidity is what moves the market, it is what fuels the market. So after liquidity grabs, we can actually start thinking about getting involved in trades. And JPUSD, same. I'm looking for this liquidity to be grabbed up here and then sells. Otherwise, of course, that's it. And that's it. Make sure to drop a like, drop a comment, not only here in the live chat, but drop a comment in the actual video. Because people need to know, people need to attend, because right here, I'm not only here to talk about, Forex and talk about charts and everything. Of course, we're here to do that. Of course, if there are trades, we take it. But while we're waiting and after I'm done analyzing the charts for you and showing what I'm looking for, and of course, if there are trades, I will take a trade live. But for now, you know what I'm looking for. After that, what's next? I feel like I need to share my actual knowledge on, how to make money other than trading. Because as I said already, you should not rely on only one source of income. Even if you're making a lot of money, you're still relying on one source of income. You're one step away from poverty. So I want to share about how to do business online, how to be an entrepreneur, how to compound your money through good investments, and the difference, because we've been in a period where the best investments were some type of investments. For example, I strongly believe that the stock market is not a good investment anymore. At least the US stock market. the US will not be the first power of the world anymore. It will be surpassed by other countries, which will take the lead. And this is just how the world changes over time. It's just that people, most of the times, they only studied our lifetime or the events before our lifetime, for example, maybe of our parents, what they've been through and how the world was working during those times. But they never took a look at all the times before. They never took a look at the last 500 years of history. And if you do that, you can clearly spot some cycles that repeat over time. And we just entered a new cycle. So for this reason, it's not only, there are investments that worked in the past that are not actually working anymore. I believe that the stock market of the US, if you are very selective and you find a couple good opportunities, that's what I'm doing. I'm also doing that. I'm also investing in that. So if if a stock is really undervalued and I find a good entry on charts as well, I can take that. I can take that swing trade or that short-term investment or medium-term investment, yes. But only in few stocks. I don't really believe in the stock market overall anymore. I'm not really looking to invest in it long-term. It's just about invest in it. Try to get try to get some quick movements in maybe a couple months, maybe 6 months, maybe maximum 1 year, and that's it. Overall, stock market is not the place to be in right now. Of course, no financial advice, but this is what I'm doing. And I also want to of course, diversification is important, but let me tell you this. A lot of people don't know this. So there is a big difference between the financial economy and the real economy. What is the financial economy and what is the real economy? The financial economy is everything related to banks or financial markets or anything that can be switched off like this. So, stocks, currencies in general, bonds, contracts, so contracts when you invest in gold and silver but don't actually own the physical one and you buy the contracts, options or whatever, all of these things. What is the real economy? The real economy is anything you can touch. So, real estate, physical gold and silver, luxury watches, luxury cars. Also, there are investment cars as well. Now, of course, for most of the people here listening, maybe luxury watches and luxury cars are not an option. Okay, that's fine. But what about real estate? Real estate, you can actually maybe be a part of a fund and you can only put a small amount. Actually, a spoiler, it's a project that I'm working on. I'm working on creating a fund where for now I'm just investing my money. I bought 7 real estate properties with my money. But in the future, it might be interesting to, open a fund. And if people just want to invest, $1,000, they can do that. So, and we invest in real estate with it. So we get, it's a fund. We get investments from a lot of people, and then with that money we invest in real estate and you get your return as expected. So this is another way to invest in real estate, but it's at least is in the real economy. And physical gold and silver. Physical gold and silver really have huge opportunities. Physical gold and silver are not the same as contracts of gold and silver, because when you have the contract, you can actually request your physical gold and silver. But guess what happens when everyone starts asking for it? Once everyone starts asking for their physical gold and silver, because everyone bought the contracts and they didn't buy the actual physical one, when everyone starts asking, there's not enough. It's a scam. It's a scam. They are selling 10 times more the contracts compared to the actual gold and silver that actually exists in the world. Like if everyone goes to if everyone that bought the contract, and as I said already, the contract allows you to request your physical as well if you want to. If everyone that has contracts goes and requests the physical gold and silver that they actually own, only 10% of the people will get it, because there's not enough in the world to actually cover it. So let's go on the monthly time frame and let's go on gold quickly. And I showed this already, and if you don't know it, take a look. But of course, this is a cycle of a lot of years. There is a question. Called banks in Portugal to buy gold. None of them are available to sell it, like you say, scam. Yes, you need to find other ways, not really banks. You can find other institutions that sell it. So this is from already, from 1970s. But guess what happened in the 1970s? In the 1970s, the US printed a lot of money. And in 1971, the US dollar started being not correlated anymore with gold. And we know that already. I mean, you should know that already. Until that moment, there was the gold standard where gold was the thing that actually backed the dollar. And in 1971, they just said, you know what? From now on, it's not going to be like that anymore. So the US dollar just became paper, just became based on trust of the people and not anymore on actually, it was not anymore backed by something. We started going to the upside and the value went crazy. But that's not the only thing that I want to say. The other thing that I want to say is that during those years, the Fed started printing a lot of money. And of course, we cannot only look at charts, because long term you cannot only rely on charts. But if you put things together and you consider a lot of printing of money together with what I'm about to show you on charts, then it can really change your perspective. So a lot of money printing, right? We go to the upside, we break the previous all-time high right here on the monthly time frame. We retest the last demand area that broke the all-time high, and we skyrocket, right? What's next? All-time high. All-time high, we break it. And when is it? What is the correlation? When is it? 2007, 2008, when there was the crisis. And what happened over there? What happened during that time? During that time, the US was printing a lot of money. And why was it printing a lot of money? To help with the crisis, because they always create the problem and then help you, right? So they were helping you, printing a lot of money to help the economy, whatever. But anyway, we don't care. We don't care whether it is planned, we don't care. All we care is about making money, right? Because at the end of the day, we cannot change the plans that they have, but we can actually understand them and play with them and make money and get richer, right? So we break the previous all-time high right here together, both this time and this time. Once we broke the previous all-time high, it was a time where we were, not we, because I'm not from the US, but when the US were printing a lot of money, right? Okay, great. Perfect. We break. Last demand that broke the previous all-time high, retested, we skyrocket again. Guess what just happened? We broke the previous all-time high. When? 2020. What happened in 2020? We printed a lot of money. The US printed a lot of money. Printed so much money that was never printed before. Right? Right. We broke the previous all-time high. We just retested the last demand that broke the previous structure. And guess what's next? No financial advice, of course. No financial advice, but history repeats itself and you need to just spot the things that are actually repeated. And this right here is why I've been investing heavily in gold since the 1600. Right here. I've been investing heavily. And every time we went from the all-time high right here, this was a 300%. This was a 160%. And we don't know what's next. The other thing is silver. Silver is super interesting, and I showed it on my YouTube channel, Forex XL, my other YouTube channel. I called the buys from $21 right here, and we are already up 20%. This was 1 month ago. $21. Great. Now, why? silver is great because it correlates also great with the overall macroeconomic, which is not actually a cycle that we saw before. But right now there is all this agenda about, you know, green stuff, about solar panels because of the climate change, blah blah, right? Now, okay, great. We cannot do anything to change it. So what can we do? We can understand it, and you know where silver is actually used? Silver is used to build solar panels. And there is a scarcity of silver. There's not an infinite amount. There's scarcity. And a lot of people will start to go and actually request for their physical silver and gold because they have the contracts, and they will understand that the contracts will not mean anything at a certain point, that they need to request the physical one because that's the one that actually is worth something, not the paper that you have in your hands that just says, oh, you know, Edward, you own 1 kilo of gold, but you don't actually have it with you. It just says it right here, right? So overall, these two things together, the chart right here of silver, where you can actually see the previous all-time high broken. This is the demand that broke the structure. We come back. We have a nice manipulation. This kind of seems like Wyckoff, you know, you just have a manipulation right here very clearly, break to the upside. Yeah, right. After that, combine it with the overall macroeconomic situation. If you cannot put things together, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you because I've been investing hundreds of thousands of euros in this, not only this, but overall. And, you know, silver is used in the industry. Silver is used to build solar panels, and solar panels is something that is being pushed heavily in the last years, right? Well, if people want to wake up, they can wake up. Otherwise, I mean, I'll try to share it and keep sharing it, but if they don't want to wake up, it's up to them. So again, if you didn't see what I shared, go back in the video. I shared what I'm looking for New York session with GBP/USD and GBP/USD and EUR/USD, and also NZD/CAD. Perfect. Thank you for connecting. It was a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. If you liked it, please leave a like, leave a comment under the video. It'll be very appreciated, and I will keep showing up every single day with you guys. Thank you.